Welcome to New Vision's Echo Tip, episode number 19. Hello, I'm David Ward. Pleasure to have you with us here. I'm based here out of the Roanoke Valley, working for New Vision in Southwest Virginia. In today's Amazon Echo Tip, we're going to be talking about reading books. How do I read books with my Amazon Echo? I didn't even know it could do that. It can. So this is pretty nifty. You can have your Echo read materials to you. Electronic materials. All right, so first off, I'm going to need to define some terms. First, a Kindle book. So the world's largest electronic bookstore, that's books you could download and read maybe on a tablet or on a Kindle Fire or a Paperwhite Kindle, can be purchased on the Amazon store, and those are Kindle books. They're basically a branding of what would otherwise be known as EPUB books, or that's short for electronic publications. And the world's largest bookstore, once again, of those types of materials is Amazon, Amazon.com. You can get some free books there as well, like some out-of-print books like 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea or something like that, or Oliver Twist. You can do that as well. Now, this is different from what we might otherwise describe as audio books. Now, audiobooks would be recorded like in a studio like this by a professional reader, read at a specific pace. Sometimes they'll even have multiple readers for different aspects of a publication, like different roles, kind of almost like a play. The world's largest audiobook store that I know of is also an Amazon property. It's called Audible. So those can be played by your Amazon Echo as well. Both Amazon properties. So you can kind of connect the dots there, that makes sense. So those are audiobooks. All right. So before I demonstrate stuff, we're going to be primarily focusing on the Kindle books today, which is to say books that are electronic that were really designed to be read with your eyes, but with accessible technology and the Amazon Echo, you can have them read back with you with computer speech. And so we're gonna demonstrate that today. But before we do our demonstration, once again, it's that time to press the microphone button on the top of your unit. That will shut our ears off so that when we do the demonstration, your Echo at home isn't responding when I'm giving the one in the studio the commands. So find that button real quick. It's got a picture of a microphone with a slash through it. Press it. It will turn the unit all red on the top, and it will make a thump sound. So you'll want to do that. And just give you a moment to do that. Okay, now that we've done that, let me demonstrate how we can read a Kindle book. Alexa, read my Kindle book.
Resuming your most recently added book from Kindle, here's EP. Number 12, Rise of the Alliance, The Frontiers Saga, by Rick Brown.
Want to hear an audiobook narrated by a professional actor? Check out audible.com to get started.
In answer to your question, Commander, those logistical problems can be mostly negated by creative use
Alexa,
of jump drive technology.
Stop. So as you can tell, I'm a geek. That was a sci-fi book. So it just started reading the text out to me. So very powerful there that I can have a book that I might not otherwise have an ability to have access to. Of course, you could have it read out with other technologies as well, like on a tablet or the like. All right, so very powerful there. It's going to default to your most recently purchased book when you ask it to read your Kindle book. You could also specify it to read a very particular book as well. So you could say, "Hey, lady, read my Kindle book called whatever." Now, in addition to this, you can also play Audible books, which I stated earlier are professionally recorded audiobooks. So let's give that a try. Alexa, read my Audible book.
Getting your book from Audible. Resuming The Expanse. There's 19 minutes left in the chapter, and 9 hours 20 minutes left in the book.
Feeling this entire sector is going to see a major change over the next decade. Indeed. Sir,
Alexa,
said.
Stop. Okay, so that's professionally read book. So another sci-fi book, by the way. All right, so you're getting subjected to my books today. All right, so very neat. Now, something interesting I want to mention, and this could also be a bargain way of getting books, is sometimes you can buy the Kindle book on the Amazon store, and then beside the buy button for an extra couple of dollars, you can check a box and buy the Audible version of the book, which might otherwise cost $20 to $30 or require a subscription to Audible. You can just buy the book right then and there. And then you have the best of both worlds in a way. You have the digital electronic book and the professionally recorded book, which means you could be reading on your tablet in chapter 2 or 3, get tired, your eyes are tired, walk away, and then you could ask your Echo to read the Audible book version, and they use a technology they call Whisper Sync to connect where you were in one with where you need to be in the recording of the other. And so that's pretty cool. It can pick up in the very next chapter. And so that's pretty cool, Whisper Sync technology. All right, well, next time in our next episode, we're going to be talking about using your Amazon Echo to hear jokes. So that'll be hilarious, I'm sure. All right, so it's that time again to turn your microphone back on your Amazon Echo. And that way you can start practicing some of the things you've learned today. So just press that button again. I'm David Ward, signing off for New Vision, and we thank you for listening. This episode is brought to you by New Vision in connection with a grant from the Foundation for the Roanoke Valley, and with the kind use of WVTF Studios. For the newest information and content about what New Vision is doing, please see the website newvision, ROA, the first 3 letters of Roanoke, .org. That's .org. New Vision is a nonprofit that provides information services and assistive technology training to the visually impaired living in Southwest Virginia. These shows are provided for educational purposes. This podcast may not be retransmitted, sold, or reproduced without written permission from New Vision.